to you by Matheson Mini Helmets. Matheson Mini Helmets. Free helmet mock-ups. No minimum requirements. They have stripes, pride stickers, numbers, and chrome decals available. Customized memorabilia for you and your community. Reach them by phone at 816-642-8817 or on Twitter at MMHelmets. Matheson Mini Helmets. For all things mini helmet.
Hey, man, speaking of Matthews mini helmets, let me just show one here right quick. Look at that. Awesome work those guys do, man. If you guys need anything, they'll hook you up.
Pretty much any design, any color, different color face mask, whatever you want, they got it.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be a football team. It can be a business, an anniversary, any kind of special date. They'll do you any kind of helmet you want. But, man, we're here. Final week of the season.
Final week. We have 3 teams still in it from the Northwest Georgia area, which is
15 weeks down, man. This is it.
Yeah, it's you want to just start at I don't want to say the bottom, the lower classifications. You want to start with the Bowden Schley County game.
Yeah, the Bowden Schley County game tomorrow at 5 p.m. down there at, I don't even know what it's called now. I call it Turner Field.
I think it's Park or Parse. I don't know. PARC. I don't know.
It's the Georgia State home field, right?
It's Turner Field to me.
Yeah, that's Turner Field to me also. Bowden 13-1, ranked number 1 in the state. Schley County, is that how you say it? Schley.
That's it.
Number 2, 12-2. I think it's going to be a great game, man. I was just looking at some of the stats from Schley County. Got a quarterback, Kanzawa. He's thrown for 3,000 yards this year, 33 touchdowns. They've actually won their 4 playoff games, man, by an average score of 50-10.
Wow.
Bowden averaging 40 points a game himself. Robert McNeil, TJ Harbison, guys been cutting up, man. Each around 2,000 yards total for the season. They have played 2 common opponents. Tatnall Academy. Schley beat them 28-21. And Bowden beat them 48-35. And they each played Early County.
Yes.
And Schley lost 19-17. And Bowden won 36-26.
So what you're saying is
it's going to be a great game.
Yeah,
and I think Cal Preps agrees, man. Cal Preps has Bowden as a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah, these lines here should be right real close. I personally, I'm going to take Bowden. I think McNeil puts them over the top.
Yeah. Tia says they played Manchester too, which is a common opponent. They lost to Manchester. Bowden beat Manchester. Like I said, man, if I haven't looked at the weather report, but if 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon is anything like 5 o'clock today when I went to Food Line to pick up some food, that passing game is going to be small tomorrow. It's going to be about who runs the ball well and who takes care of the football.
You know what? I know that is a disadvantage for them, but I hate that. I hate that we're having to play a game of this magnitude in the elements. Obviously, it plays advantage to a more running team and a less passing team. But, it's not the first time you've heard me say, we got a perfect dome and why are we not using it? I mean, Come on, guys, get it together.
Yeah, how nice of an award would it be for these kids, man, to get to go play in the Mercedes-Benz last week of the season?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this year I think we're going to get temperatures in the 60s and 70s, man. But, the last few years it's been
freezing cold,
25 degrees. You couldn't even go down and watch a game unless you had a kid in the game because you'd freeze to death, Yeah, Tia, I think it's going to be a good game. Game should be played at home, not at a neutral site. I actually agree with it. That's actually how it was done back in the old days. I think if you are going to play at Turner Field, then you should just go back to home and home. Alternate between north and south every year.
I agree. And it used to be they played and the final 4 games in the dome, and then the home game would be in, at their home stadium. But they got so many restrictions now about how many people your stadium has to hold. A lot of schools aren't up to code, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, Tia says that they'd be. Oh, Terry Bailey says they'd be happy playing at University of Georgia Stadium.
Yeah.
Isn't that how they do in Alabama? They play at Auburn.
Yeah, they rotate back and forth between Auburn and Alabama. Why don't they just do Tech and Athens or something? Well, Athens is a long way away from the southern schools, so I mean that's kind of why, I guess. But
yeah, Bowden 2.5. I like Bowden. I got to go with the Red Devils. Coach Finley. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a knockdown, drag out. On paper, it looks like it's going to be 55-52, but it'll probably end up being 7-0. But yeah, I'm going with the Red Devils.
I like this idea. I like 1 year in the North, 1 year in the South. Yeah. And there's got to be, I mean, heck, play 1 year at the Dome and 1 year at Valdosta or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually how they did it back in the old days, the North-South. You didn't even have a North and South game until the final game of the season. You'd have a North champion and a South champion, and they'd meet.
I'm sure there's some places that still do something like that. I'm gonna take Bowden as well. I think Bowden's gonna win the game in a close one.
Yeah, I want Tia to come on our postseason show, man. When Bowden wins, I want her to show us her holding the trophy. I know she's going to be down there on the field when it's over. I mean, I don't care what kind of security guards they have. She's going to be down there running around. Our next Northwest Georgia opponent, Cedartown Bulldogs, man, taking on the defending champion Benedictine Cadets.
Yeah, Benedictine is one of those schools that's kind of rose in the classifications over the last couple of years, and then the reclass, dropped them in 4A. They were in 2A not too long ago, causing havoc, and it seems like they're still causing havoc in 4A now. They're in a championship game, 12-2. I was interested to see who they actually lost to, and when I pulled it up, they had a loss 41-15 from Columbus out of Miami, and I know nothing about them, but you would think they're good. And Ware County, which I believe put it on one of our Northwest Georgia teams a couple weeks ago. So those are not bad losses. So this team is a good squad.
Yeah, I think Ware is probably going to end up being your 5A champion.
Yeah.
I think they only lost to them 17-14.
14-10.
14-10.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and they're once again they have a quarterback that's thrown over 2,500 yards, 25 touchdowns. I guess it all depends on what the rain's like Friday night, if he can air it out or not. But I like the Bulldogs, man. The Bulldogs are actually 4.5-point favorites. I was looking at some of the games that Benedictine has played in the playoffs. I mean, they really haven't had a close game yet. This is really going to be their first test. Where the Bulldogs, man, they battled the last 2 weeks. They know what it's like.
Yeah.
To get down, come back.
When you're playing Cedartown, and they may well be able to do it, but you got to man up because it's coming at you. It's in the box. They're going to lull you to sleep. They're going to hit the deep pass. I mean, it's just they're tough, difficult to stop, coming all different directions. And that defense is something else too.
Yeah, you saw them live last Friday night, right? You were down in Cedartown.
Yeah, I was down in Cedartown. I watched them play and just suffocating defense, just all over the place.
Yeah, I got to looking at a stat on Barrow, man. 174 total tackles so far this year. 123 solo tackles.
I mean, he had 20 last week. I guarantee you he had 20.
Yeah,
and this is not a small guy. This dude is packing a punch. Good player, heck of a player.
Right, and you can't say enough about Harlem Diamond, man. This postseason, he's just gone crazy. Just absolutely done everything that we thought he could do during the season.
Yeah, man, I'd love to see him gain some offers and get behind a college line. And man, he could be dangerous. He's going to be dangerous. Let's say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dogs, man. They're 4.5-point favorites. I got to go with hometown Cedartown. They're gonna have probably 15,000 fans in stands tomorrow. I mean Friday night.
Yep, and I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to be down there, and you're headed down there too.
I'll
right?
be there 3:30 Friday afternoon.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try to sneak in there a little early. Are we going to try to do some kind of live broadcast outside the stadium? You think we could pull that off?
We're gonna try, man. And like I said, if we can't StreamYard with the internet connection, we'll do that MixLR or something, you know.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll be we'll meet up and do something there. Next one,
Yeah.
the biggest of the biggest.
That's what you were saying. Barrow had 23 tackles last week.
I told you. Carrollton has Mill Creek. I believe Mill Creek, if I'm not mistaken, is the largest school in the state of Georgia. Somewhere around over 3,500 kids in their school. I'm not sure what Carrollton has. I'm sure it's 3,000, but big school. 13-1. Max Preps has Mill Creek ranked 1 and Carrollton ranked 2, and they're both ranked in the top 20 national. I'm not sure what any of the other rankings are, but I was curious to see what Mill Creek's loss was to, and it was to Buford.
Buford.
Yeah.
What was the final on that one?
39-27 loss to Buford. And funny enough, they beat Walton 44-41 the first game of the season. So that's been a long time ago. But Walton obviously was a team that sent Buford out a little early, and Carrollton took care of Walton, and now they'll have their chance at Mill Creek.
I tell you what, man, you got to be real impressed with that Carrollton team this year. Freshman quarterback, just the teams that they've played to get to where they're at right now. Just one after another: Lowndes, Marietta, Colquitt County, Walton. I mean,
how long did it take us to shut up about him being a freshman? Because we were like, man, if he can handle it, if he can do it, he's a freshman, and then that's gone. A couple weeks, that's out the door. Now he's getting it done.
Yeah, I saw some of the passes he made in that Walton game, man. Just unbelievable, under pressure. I think they were down at the time, and he was putting the ball right on the spot.
And the kid can't be 15 years old.
Can't be.
And
unbelievable.
And he's getting it done. He's going to be – I guarantee you he's going to win some Northwest Georgia Player of the Year before it's over with. At least one, because it's a senior-laden thing. But, man, I'm not sure where to go here. Mill Creek's putting up a ton of points, scored 642 points. Of course, Carrollton's put up 608. I'm going to make it the trifecta, the Northwest Georgia trifecta. I'm going to go with Carrollton. I don't know what the spread is, but I'm going to go with Carrollton in this one.
2.5. Mill Creek is a 2.5-point favorite.
Well, then, since we only got 3 options, this is my upset pick of the week.
I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to have to agree with you, man. I'm going with the trifecta. I think Mill Creek's going to be tough. I mean, they have Division I kids all over the field. The number 1 ranked player in Georgia, a defensive back. Going to be a great matchup with him and Juju.
What time is this game? Although I won't
7, I think it's 7 p.m. on Saturday. It's the finale.
Prime time. Yes,
sir. It is the finale of the weekend.
Hey, there's no other college football besides what Army and is it Army Navy or who's playing this week?
Army Navy.
Yeah, they'll probably be over by then. So once you enjoy the United States game, I guess you could say, then check this one out. This is going to be a big time game. You're going to see all kind of college players in this one.
Yeah, I haven't ever had the opportunity to be in this position, man. But what would it be like to win state championship your freshman year? Number 2 passer in the state. What do you have to look forward to from then on out?
I mean, record breaking. I mean, do we know the most passing yards in Georgia for a freshman? I mean, I don't know.
I did read somewhere where he beat Trevor Lawrence by 500, whatever Trevor Lawrence had his freshman year.
Yeah, and he was a 4-year starter, right?
Yeah.
No offense to what Lawrence had at Cartersville, but I think Carrollton, the tight end and the receiving core, man, and the running back, pretty darn.
And the scary thing is when I started looking at 2023, every one of them dudes are coming back.
Yep, young guys, a junior or less.
Yep,
big time.
What's his name? Hicks, Bryson Hicks.
Yeah,
man, unbelievable in the playoffs. He had over 200 yards last week.
Man, early in the year, I was watching a game It might have been against Gadsden City where they won like 69-7. Tied in, had like 4 or 5 touchdowns in the first half. I mean, this dude he's a 6'4", 6'5" guy, good player. And you don't even hear anything about him because he's kind of buried under all the other guys there. But
Yeah, I saw where that one kid, Caleb Odom, he got a Florida Gator offer today.
yeah, you got Hicks, you got Odom, you got Lipscomb. I mean, you take your pick.
This is an easy question for everybody that's watching this show because I'm sure they're all high school football fans. But what is the one thing Trevor Lawrence and Juju have in common?
Same coach.
Yep, same coach. Pretty amazing, man, when you think about it, you know? That guy's done a heck of a job. Cartersville and at Carrollton.
Joey King.
Joey King. Yep, Joey King.
He's doing something right.
But yeah, so we'll be down there Friday, 3:30, kickoff for Cedartown, Benedictine. Like I said, I hope the rain moves out. I think it's supposed to. It'll be a great day for high school football. What game did you say was before theirs?
Fitzgerald and
Thompson.
Yes. Yep, I believe so.
And according to Cal Preps, that is the only coin flip game of the weekend. So
yeah, so it'll be a good to get in there and watch that fourth quarter.
Get down there early and
they should let us in, right?
Yeah, I would think so, right? You just pay the one fee and watch all day, right?
I think so. Lock of the week, he says. Prince Avenue, lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Yeah, I think the
who.
lock of the week is Cedar Grove. I know Sandy Creek's going to give them a tough game, but
what about Langston Hughes? They still in, right?
Man, I'm very interested in that game. You know,
Yeah.
real impressed with what Gainesville has done this year.
Mm-hmm.
Going from a 5-5 team that missed the playoffs last year, new coach this year. Anybody that's on Twitter, man, you see all that hype they have all season. They're ready. I don't think they'll be scared for sure.
No.
Coach might even suit up and go out there.
He's fired up for it. He gets fired up, don't he?
Yeah. All right. We'll see everybody Friday night, man. If you're down in Cedartown, look for us.
Down in Atlanta.
Yeah,
on the Cedartown side.
Cedartown side. I'm sure I'll be at the concession stand getting a hot dog.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.